here. I need to ask you something quick.
Welcome, family. What's up, Sacred Space? I miss y'all. I love y'all. How y'all been doing? I hope and pray that everyone is doing well, prosperous, and healthy, abundant, and wealthy. Okay? Now, as I said, welcome, family. Welcome, family. Come on in. Come on in. Today, we are diving deep into the true essence of Black excellence. You know I had to come with it. You know I did. You know I did. Okay. I have been hearing some people say some things about Black excellence, and I said, what better time to use my voice to explain the true essence of Black excellence. Okay. So let's get into it. Okay. Now, Black excellence is not as often portrayed in the mainstream media. Okay. Not as an individual success story isolated from the community, but as the magnificent flowering of our collective power, right? What you're about to hear might challenge some notions you've held, okay? Especially about figures who claim the mantle of Black excellence while walking paths that leads them away from community rather than towards it. Okay, true Black excellence is about standing alone in the spotlight. It isn't about that. It isn't about standing alone. It's about illuminating the path so we can walk in light. So settle in, baby. Settle in, fam bam. Open your mind and your heart. Whether you identify as Black or come from another tradition, that's okay. These principles of collective excellence, divine recognition, and community nourishment offers wisdom for us all. This is about the power that emerges when we rise together, the apex of human potential realized through unity. Now let's explore what happens next when we reject individualistic success narratives excuse me, and embrace the revolutionary power of collective flourishing. You feel me? So where you been at? What's up, family? Let's go. Let's get into this. Okay, I brought a hot one for you. Okay, we gonna dive deep into it. Okay, now what we talking about today, as you can guess, Black excellence, the flowering of collective power. It's a flowering of collective power. Now let's get to the deeper definition, okay? Because we're gonna have to break this one down. We're gonna have to get all stewy up in it, okay? We're gonna have to get into this one because it's really imperative for us to know truly what Black excellence is. Now, Black excellence rises like the morning sun, right? Not as a singular beam, but as the full radiance that bathes us all in that golden light. It stands not on the shoulders of isolated achievements, but on the foundation, okay? Yes, I had to do it. I had to bring it. Foundation of umoja. Unity that binds our struggles and triumphs into one shared experience. Okay, now let's go. We're gonna get to this, okay? Because I need to bring this to y'all so y'all can walk in y'all excellence and you know what that means, baby. Okay, so when we speak of Black excellence, yes, because I've been hearing many speak of Black excellence. When we speak of Black excellence, we are not merely celebrating those who were broken through barriers alone. Okay, family, we're here to honor the accumulation of a journey, right? The apex, where collective Black power blossoms into the fullest expression. It is the harvest after seasons of planting, nurturing, and growing together, okay? Now, hear me out. Black excellence is rooted in Nguzo, Saba. And allow me to elaborate what that is. Black excellence draws its sustenance from the 7 principles of Nguzo, Saba. What's the 7 principles, you ask? We're going to dive into that. Umoja, unity. Because I think we have forgotten what these principles are that our ancestors has already brought in us. Now, can we revise this in a way that is good for these day and ages and times? Of course. But hear me out on this, okay? Umoja, unity. Excellence manifests when we recognize our fundamental interconnectedness, that no one rises alone, right? Kuji Chakalia, self-determination. Excellence flows from defining ourselves, okay, by your own standards, rather than being defined by others, okay? And you know, yesterday I just had a day with that. It was a little tizzy, okay? And yes, it was a lot of people trying to define me by their standards of what they think I am or who I should be within certain communities or certain families. And it's just like, no. We got to have that self-determination, right? Ujima, collective work and responsibility. Excellence emerges when you build and maintain our communities together and solve problems as one. Okay? Ujema. Excellence develops. This is cooperative economics. Cooperative economics, right? Excellence develops when our resources flow within our community, strengthening all. Okay? You feel me? Now, this is one of my favorites. I did this when I did my rites of passage when I was 14 in set clay at Chase Middle School in Topeka, Kansas. And yes, we had to say and speak these principles. One of the principles I did have to speak was Nia. My favorite. One of my favorites. Nia. Purpose. Ooh-wee. Excellence takes form when our actions serve the collective restoration of our people. And yes, I said the restoration of our people, right? Kaumba. Creativity, right? Excellence radiates when we use our gifts to leave our community more beautiful than we inherited it. And Imani, my favorite. If I was to change my name, that's it. Imani. Imani Nia. But anywho, Imani, faith. Excellence is sustained by belief in our people, our ancestors, and the righteousness of our struggle. Now, when we get to the righteousness of it, we got to make sure that we go to the revolutionary perspective of this. Now, the Black Panther tradition reminds us that true Black excellence is revolutionary, right? It challenges systems rather than seeking approval within them. Okay? When Huey P. Newton declared power to the people, he wasn't calling for token representatives in positions of influence. He envisioned communities empowered to determine their own destinies. And speaking of destinies, you know, we always say they stole our inheritance. They, of course, took our place, whoever they may be. Have you ever think, you know, with all the spirituality going around, I just want to put this out here to you, fam, real quick. Side note. Have we ever thought that maybe that was the destiny swap? That was the ultimate destiny swap on our ancestors that passed down through generations to us, and now we're here to break that? Ooh, hold on, Black excellence is speaking. Now, Black excellence isn't about exceptional individuals escaping oppression while leaving others behind. Okay? It's about dismantling the structure that creates oppression in the first place. Okay? It's about building alternative systems where all can thrive, right? Excellence comes not from assimilation, but from transformation. Not from climbing ladders, but from building new structures entirely. Now, when you speak of Black excellence, you must remember the divine within. Because Black excellence reminds us of the God in us, right? The divine spark that colonization and oppression attempted to extinguish, but could never fully quench. It echoes our ancestors always knew that we carried greatness in our DNA, wisdom in our souls, and power in our collective voice. Yes, when we recognize that divinity within each other, excellence ceases to be exceptional and becomes our natural state. You feel me? When we do not strive for excellence, we return to it. Okay? We remember it. We reclaim it. Okay? Now, let me put a little something on your mind like this. Still I rise, we rise, all rise together. Not one shooting star across the midnight's canvas, but the whole constellation shifting the sky's perspective. Excellence is not exception, but as expectation, an expectation, not as surprise, but as a birthright reclaimed. See, we're going to go deeper with this. Black excellence is a birthright reclaimed. Are you hearing me? Our excellence rings not in single notes, but in a symphony, in a harmony, in a chorus, where each voice strengthens the melody, and silence from any is a loss at all. It's beyond individual acclaim, okay? It's way beyond that. You know, Black excellence is, like I said, it's beyond individual acclaim. Those who proclaim themselves excellent, okay? Let's get straight. Those who proclaim themselves excellent while standing apart from the community have misunderstood the concept entirely. True Black excellence cannot exist in isolation. It is not measured in awards, wealth, or recognition from systems built by our oppressors, okay, or oppression. The individuals who achieve while forgetting their community has not achieved excellence. Allow me to reiterate that. The individual who achieves while forgetting their community has not achieved excellence. They have merely been exceptional, maybe exponential, within parameters set by others. Okay, just within those parameters. Excellence manifests when success flows when success flows back to nourish its source. Okay? Look, baby, when doors open are held open for others, that's Black excellence. When tables reached are expanded to see more, that's Black excellence. When heights scaled become elevations for entire communities, that is Black excellence. The full flowering. When Black power reaches its ultimate apex. Now hear me out. When Black power reaches its ultimate apex, when it truly flourishes, Black excellence becomes not the exception, but the rule. It ceases to be remarkable because it is everywhere evident. It becomes our culture, our standard, our everyday experience, baby. Now understand, in this state of full flowering, in this state, because this is a state of mind, okay? This is a state that we're in, okay? In the state of the full flowering, children grow knowing their brilliance is accepted and not doubted. Do you hear me? Children will know knowing that their brilliance is accepted and not doubted. Creativity will flow unhampered by questions of marketability to the white audiences. Right? Knowledge is pursued for community advancement, not in individual credentialing. Wealth circulates rather than accumulates. Leadership emerges organically from service rather than being seized through ambition. Healing happens collectively rather than privately. Did you hear me? This is the biggest one that we need for our communities, for our Black communities. Healing happens collectively rather than privately. Ooh, it's a different mindset with Black excellence. I'm telling y'all. Fam bam. Y'all still with me? Y'all hear me? Drop something in the comments. Let me know you hear me. Put your points of view on there. Talk to me. Say something to your girl. Let me know what's up. Because I have to tell you, a different mindset it is with Black excellence. It's a whole state, right? So a state of mind. So Black excellence represents a fundamental shift in consciousness, from surviving to thriving, right? From resistance to creation, from reaction to vision. Ooh, from reaction to vision. It requires us to reject definitions of success that separates us from each other. It demands we measure achievement not by what we gain individually, okay, but what we build collectively. Yeah, I'm talking all those who be flashing and you know who they are. They be like, I got my new woo, and I'm decked out so clean. Y'all know. Y'all know what I'm talking about. This mindset sees no contradictory between personal fulfillment and community advancement, because it recognized that true fulfillment cannot exist without a suffering fulfillment cannot exist within the suffering community, right? So what's the call to action then? What we gonna do, Reveal? How we gonna handle this? I'm glad you asked. To embrace Black excellence is to recognize that your gifts belong not only to you, but to a lineage that preceded you and a community that surrounds you. Understand that no achievement matters if it cannot be shared. Reject pedestals and embrace circles, right? Build institutions rather than simply joining the existing ones. Honor ancestors by creating futures they envisioned. Define success by how many rise with you, not by how high you can climb alone. Now let's just get to it. Okay, we're gonna get to the ultimate truth. Now as I drop this, okay, beware, because we got to get down to the ultimate truth. Now, I want to say this before I get to this ultimate truth. If this message is resonating with you, I invite you to join our growing community, okay, of forward thinkers. Become a subscriber. to become a subscriber is easy. It's simple. Just click the subscribe button below. Tap that notification bell to stay connected with fresh perspectives that challenge conventional thinking, okay? By subscribing, you'll be among the first to join my unique BioGlow global coaching community. And, of course, you'll be in the Sacred Space community here on YouTube and network. And currently, my network is under construction. I must give you that. My network is under construction. So, please be patient with me. I am building, I am growing, and I still want us to build this together, right? So a space that's dedicated to nurturing collective excellence and revolutionary growth. That's where this space is designed for, okay? Now, when we get to this new Nguzo, Saba journey within this, please remember, it is to nurture the collective excellence and revolutionary growth. This isn't just another platform now, okay? It is a movement towards a new way of being, thinking, and creating together, okay? So subscribe now, become a part of a community committed to excellence that lift us all, okay? Now, let me get into the truthisms of it. False models of Black excellence versus true examples of Black excellence. Now, we must speak truthfully, y'all, okay, about those figures who claim the mantle of Black excellence while embodying the direct opposite, okay? The opposite. Those who accumulated wealth, fame, or influence without channeling these resources back into the community are not models of excellence. They are cautionary tales. True Black excellence isn't found in those who escape from community challenges to stand alone in privilege. It isn't demonstrated by those who adopt the language, okay, or the aesthetics of Blackness while embracing values that undermines collective progress. Y'all know I'm coming with it. You know that's the truth. Now, the true examples of Black excellence are often less visible in mainstream narratives. The teachers who stay in underdeserved communities despite better opportunities elsewhere. The organizers who build neighborhood support systems. The artist who refuses to compromise their vision to fit market demands, right? The healer who combines ancestral wisdom with contemporary knowledge. The entrepreneur who creates jobs and wealth circulation within communities. These are the examples of Black excellence. We are the essence and the example of Black excellence when we commit to collective flourishing rather than individual escape. Now, we embody excellence when our achievements become resources for communal advancement rather than tickets to separation. Okay? Now, I was feeling this ancestral voice to the youth, and I wanted to put this out here. Okay? I want, if my youth are listening, because I do have some young subscribers, please stay tuned to listen to these ancestral voice to the youth. And what this ancestral voice says. Listen, children of tomorrow. We speak through time, through blood memory, through the wisdom coded in your very cells. You were never meant to walk this earth alone, seeking glory that separates you from your brothers and your sisters. This path of the solitary star that leads only to cold brightness, distant from the warmth of constellation. Remember that every gift you possess came through us, through generations who survived so that you might thrive. Your brilliance is not your own, babies. Your brilliance is not your own. It belongs to those who came before you, those who stand beside you, and those yet unborn. When we fought for all. When we built for all. When we dreamed for all. Your excellence must likewise serve all. Do not be seduced by the systems that would elevate you while keeping your people grounded. True power lifts from below. It does not stand upon the backs of others. In your moments of achievement, I want you to always ask, who rises with me? I want you to ask, and always ask yourself, who benefits from my rise? How does my light illuminate paths for others? This is the way we walked. This is the way we survived. This is the way you will transform survival into flourishing. Not alone, but together, as we have always done. Carry this wisdom. Live this truth. And know that we watch, we guide, we celebrate when you remember that your greatness belongs not to you alone, but to us all. Ooh-wee. I'm telling you, them ancestral voices, it's invigorating us. It's speaking through us. It's vibrating that junk DNA in us, okay? Let me give you the dawn of excellence. A revolutionary perspective, okay? And after this, we'll be wrapping it up, okay? We'll be coming to an end. We'll be wrapping it up. I love spending time with you, fam bam. I do, but we will be wrapping it up, okay? But I wanted to make sure that we really take a look at what Black excellence is. Now, the dawn of excellence. Yes, it's here. Collective power. Not islands, but oceans deep. We rise together. Ancestral wisdom. Revolutionary love. Transforms broken systems. Divine recognition. Excellence flows through all things when no one stands alone. Morning breaks anew. Excellence in unity. Day begins with us. The day begins with us. Wow. So, as we close this exploration of Black excellence, because we did some exploring, okay? We went to different areas. We went to different depths. We gave definitions, okay? As we close this, remember that what we discussed isn't confined to any single community, okay? These principles of collective power, divine recognition, and communal nourishment can transform how anyone approaches life. Look, the understanding that true excellence comes not from standing apart, but from lifting together can revolutionize families, workplaces, neighborhoods, and even, nations of every background. No matter who you are, you carry the potential for excellence within you. Not as something to achieve alone, but as something to nurture and share. When your success flows back to nourish others, when your achievements create pathways rather than pedestals, your participation in excellence, that transforms systems and opens possibilities, okay? Now it's time for a new way, y'all. It's time for a new day. And that day begins when we all recognize that our highest potential emerges not in isolation, but in connection. When we reach the apex of our power by ensuring no one walks alone, boom, we're there. Go forward with this wisdom, okay? I want y'all to go forward, truly. Take this in. Go forward with this wisdom. Look up the principles. Look up the names. See what they mean. See what the definition is. How does it work with the celebration of Kwanzaa? Why is it important? Okay? How does that resonate with us? Even if it's a part of our story. Go forward with that wisdom, okay? Let it inform you how to move throughout this world. And remember, that excellence isn't about being exception or being exceptional or exponential within broken systems. It's not about being powerful in broken systems. It's about creating systems where everyone can flourish. Like real talk, where everybody can flourish. Until next time, walk in your power, family. Nurture your community. That's how we're here with the sacred space. And your communities, in your neighborhoods. And let your excellence flow outward to transform everything it touches. Okay, I love y'all. I love y'all. I hope this gets you off started to a beautiful Black Excellent Day. And once again, thank you for being here with me. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you decided to be here with me, and I am grateful for that. I'm so grateful for you just being you. All right, y'all take care now. I will be back with another one. Tell me, let me know in the comments, what should we dive into? What should we discuss? Let me know. All right.